Work and study. 1. Are you a student or do you work now?
Currently, I am a third-year student at National Economic University. It is one of the top economic university with a high-quality education in my country.
2. What major are you studying?
At the moment, I am studying about economy, specializing in human resources management.
3. What do you intend to do after graduation?
After graduation, I will apply for a scholarship in order to study abroad. However, if I'm not lucky enough, I will try to apply for a big company and take an internship course just to gain valuable experience related to my major.
4. Do you think it's important to choose a subject you like?
Yes, definitely. It's really important for most of us. Because if you don't have any passion with the lecture, with the subject you are studying, you will find struggle to attend all the lectures and finish all the assignment.
5. Prefer to study in the morning or afternoon?
To be honest, I am not an early bird. I tend to wake up very late in the morning, so I feel really unproductive. And so I prefer to work or study or do something important in the afternoon.
Stay up late? Do you often stay up late?
Yes, I tend to go to bed very late at about 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning. Actually, I stay up late just to stay online. As I am an active member on social media, I like to watching video and on the YouTube. So I'm so addicted to that. It's made me, forget about the time.
How do you feel when you wake up after a late sleep?
After a late sleep, I feel mentally froggy and unproductive and can't focus on doing anything in the morning because I go to sleep very late, so I tend to wake up very late too. Then it starts messing my day. Like I always miss the important lecture in the morning, and I really need a cup of coffee to recharge my battery and focus on doing something really important in the morning.
10. Describe a city you have visited and want to come back. You should say what city it is and where it is when you have visited the city and explain why you want to come back.
Okay. I would like to talk about Hạ Long City. Actually, a few years ago, I had a trip to Hạ Long City with my family because at that time I was just finished the final exam to go to university, so I consider the trip as a present that my parents gave to me. Hạ Long City, which is considered one of the most breathtaking seashores and off the beaten track place in Vietnam. I'm really exciting to come to visit this city, and I remember that we had to leave very early in the morning at 3 a.m. just not to get stuck in the traffic. And we thought if we are lucky enough, we can have a chance to contemplate the sun rays over the sea. It will be amazing picture. And we start driving car out of the city and headed for the highway. And after just 2 hours of driving, we ultimately arrive at our destination. And at first, we try to load on the package, food and clothes from the back of the car to the hotel room that we had booked before. And when it came to the activities, it definitely go to the beaches. I must just say that I couldn't believe in our eyes. It's absolutely the destination of paradise. with the beautiful landscapes, not to mention the white sand, and all of the things is perfect ingredient for any family photos. And after that, we come to swimming, and nothing better than immersing yourself in a crystal clear water. And at night, my family came to the center of the city. People here are very nice and full of hospitality. They are so welcoming, and they recommend us to have some seafood in the local street market. The city is so vibrant, and it's a hostel and peaceful city at night. I really want to, in the near future, I really want to come back to visit this city again, because the last trip we haven't had a chance to come to visit Hạ Long Park. So this would be amazing if we have another time to come to visit Hạ Long City.
Part 3. What are the differences between Part 3. What are the differences between cities between now and in the past?
Well, I think there are a host of difference between the city at the moment in comparison with the city in the past. In the past, the city was covered by a lot of trees, and there was a lot of green space where everybody can join and doing some exercise and have a common playground to chatting and have a conversation with each other. But now, all the low construction in the past was replaced by the high construction. Now at the moment you can easily find a high scraper and shopping center, or some recreational space like a park. However, in the past we didn't have that facilities. Another difference between the city and in the past may be about the people. I think that the lifestyle of people in the city have changed a lot. In the past, we have usually had a direct conversation with each other, and people tend to live in a small community, have a lot of things to sharing with each other. But nowadays, people in the city tend to spend a lot of time to playing game and staying online on social media. So that is some way that have a negative impact on our communication.
What will cities be in the future?
Actually, nobody knows what future holds. But I guess in the future, on the street at the moment will have been cut down, and on the empty land will be replaced by heavy factory and manufacturer, and there will be less vehicle in the street, because I think that people in the future will use public transportation to commute to work or study, because at the moment a lot of people, our generation, have raised awareness of protecting our environment. So I think that in the future people tend to using public transportation more than in the past.
The advantages of living in cities and rural areas.
There are both benefits for people living in the cities and people living in the rural area. At first, for people living in the city, I think that they have more opportunity to approach to some facilities such as hospitals, school, or work office and university, for example. And there are much recreational space for them, like a park to relax after a hard working hours, so they can kick back and recharge your battery and back to work effectively. However, they also have a benefit for people living in the remote area. because in the rural area, people have a lot of breathtaking views, and most importantly, I think that the environment is much fresher and they don't need to suffer from noise or air pollution. Yeah.
Test 2. House or flat? Do you live in a house or a flat?
At the moment, I am living in a 3-story house with my family in the outskirts of the city. It's nice and cozy, and we have a really spacious yard in front of the house.
Could you please describe the place you live in?
Yeah. I am living in a small community, small village. It's quite far from the city center, so it takes about an hour and a half to reach there. But we live in a small community, and I know almost everybody in the village. They are all very nice, and there are not many shops or restaurant or recreational space. But I feel really comfortable to live there. I was born and raised here since I was born, so it's just right for me.
Is there anything which needs to be improved in your flat?
At the moment, I don't think that my house needs to improve anything, because my house had been built just 5 years ago, so everything is well equipped. By the way, I really want to upgrade my bathroom window. I want it to be bigger, to contain a lot of sunlight, and make the bathroom much more spacious.
What can you see when you look out the window of your room?
Interesting question. I have a small bathroom, and in the bedroom I have a really massive window. So when I look out the window, I can see the people activities below, and of course the blue skies. And the most interesting thing is a little garden of my neighbor. She plants a lot of different flowers, and it looks really amazing.
Transportation. What is the most popular means of transportation in your hometown?
Vietnam have variety of transportations, but I guess the most commonly used means is motorbike. I guess that in every single families in Vietnam have at least 1 to 2 motorbike, because this transportation is quite cheap and it's convenient.
How often do you take buses?
To be honest, I used to take a bus quite frequently. When I was a first-year student, I used bus to go to my university every single day. But after I get a driving license, I didn't take a bus anymore. Instead, I go to my university by motorbike.
Is driving to work popular in your country?
Yes. Self-driving is quite popular in my country due to its convenience. You don't need to rely on the public transportation, and don't need to spend a lot of time to wait for the public transportation, for example, the bus. And you can driving to work or driving motorbike to travel anywhere you want. It's really convenient for most of us.
Would you ride bikes to work in the future?
I guess that I still drive bike to work in the future. Câu hỏi này ngố đấy nhỉ? Chả biết trả lời như nào cái. Hơi bỏ qua, tạm thời bỏ qua.
Do you prefer public transportation or private transportation?
It's undeniable.
Do you prefer public transportation?
I would like to talk about Elsa Speak. which is one of the most useful programs on my phone. Elsa Speak, which is the English app, was designed to have all the Vietnamese students, not only Vietnamese students, but all the students over the world can improve their speaking skills by correcting on your mispronouns and help you to improve your pronunciation. Back 2 years ago, when I try to prepare for the IELTS exam, I find really struggling with my pronunciation. When I communicate with my English teachers, he didn't understand even a word. So I registered a workshop was organized by my English center, and the speaker of the workshop was Miss Vũ Văn, the CEO and the founder of Elsa Speak. And I remember that I am the only audience who have an honor to come on the stage and talk with her in person. And after that, she generously gave me a 6-month free using Elsa Speak. So I really appreciate that. This program is so useful for me. This program, Elsa Speak, has used artificial technologies in order to correct all your mispronounce by talking with this app. It will point out what word you mispronounce and give you a guideline. Besides that, it will design your own lesson, which you can follow it and do every single lesson every day, just 5 to 10 minutes every single day. So it's kind of save time and it save money. And after a few months using Elsa Speak, I can feel that my pronunciation was improved a lot. And yeah, so I think that this app will really helpful for a lot of students who are struggling with their speaking skills and who want to improve their pronunciation. They should use this app.
Part 3. Why do people use this app? Are there any drawbacks to apps? Are these apps are helpful in making honest relations? Why do many people think that using phone over time is harmful? What measures can limit children's phone time?